How about the fucking NHL playoffs? Playoffs? Oh, first of all, congratulations to the Golden State Warriors. 73 fucking wins. 73-9. I got to tell you, I don't know. It took 20 years for someone to beat 72. Do you think somebody ever beats... I mean, they had single-digit loss for the season. That's fucking unbelievable. That's about as borderline unbreak. I think that really... well, so I don't know enough about hoop. Who had the record before the Bulls? Like how long those records last? 73-9. That's going to be a tough one. If basically not even the 96 Bulls won that many fucking games, but those guys, if you had that carrot dangling in front of them, they'd somehow fucking figure out how to win 70. Somebody's got to go 74-8. I don't know that you can do that. And I don't know that I know all the rules of basketball either. So take that with a giant grain of salt. Congratulations to them, and congratulations to Kobe Bryant, Hall of Fame career, going out with 60 points on 50 shots, which I thought was perfect. You never considered your teammates your entire career. Why would you do it on your last night? I thought it was the perfect way he went out. And I love that Nike commercial. The Nike commercial where he stands in the middle of the court and the Celtic fans, really an actor in Celtic gear, gets up and starts singing to him. And all the fans around the league are singing how they hate him, but they really love him and respect him. And there's no other teammates, no other Lakers, no fucking nod to the past of fucking Magic and Kareem. No thanks, Phil Jackson. No nothing. Just Kobe standing in the middle of the court in the fucking Christ pose with his fucking arms out. It was absolutely fucking perfect. Great job, Nike. Great fucking job. One of the greatest one-on-one fucking players you're ever going to see. One of the greatest outside shooters you're ever going to see. And one of the biggest cancers in a locker room that ever fucking existed. He was sort of the second coming of Wilt Chamberlain as far as the points that he scored versus what the fuck he did in the locker room. And I just thought it was fucking perfect. He took 50 fucking shots. I don't think it could have been any more perfect. It was phenomenal. And it was. That is Kobe. He takes 50 shots, he annoys you, but he scores 60 points. You know what I mean? I honestly think that I could have played on a lot of those Laker teams because he's not going to throw it to you anyways. I could have run up and down the court, my fucking pasty legs. How bad would my pasty thighs look in those fucking golden uniforms? Unbelievable. Or even worse than when they had those white ones there for a while. The home white ones. It'd just be like, I don't know, you'd have that little bit of fringe to kind of break at the end of it to break up the shorts and my fucking milk thighs. And then maybe I had some socks. So I don't know. Jesus, even that vision is fucking disturbing to me.
Surprise, we're getting a divorce. All right, here's a new story. All right. Hey, Bill. I know you aren't a therapist, but I think I just want to talk to anyone at this point. So here goes. I've been married for just under 4 years to my wife, who I dated for 4 years prior to marriage. I love being married, and have said that to anyone that asks since day one. We own a nice house together. We have 3 dogs, pit bulls too, good man, and both make a decent living. I share everything in my life with my wife. When something makes me happy, she knows. When I'm upset about something, I tell her. Throughout the course of our relationship, about once a year, she would suddenly, without warning, say she was unhappy and has been for months. Oh, God. Here we go. She says she has discussions with her mom, who loves me and is the sweetest woman alive, and close friends about the things that make her unhappy, but I never hear a word about it until it boils over, and she floors me with how unhappy she is. Well, that's not fair. All right, we tried to work it out, though. Make changes. She would act like it was okay while bottling it up again. Once the lid goes on the bottle, there's no opening it again. Each and every time she calls the unhappiness State of the Union meeting into session, I've always been completely honest in saying that I'm very happy with her. I love our jokes and honestly enjoy spending time. Blah, blah, blah. Jesus Christ, dude, get to the fucking point. All right, last Wednesday. Here we go. We had a good night together. We went out for dinner and ice cream and laughed at about So I thought I'd come home the following night. In general, great mood. And she told me she had talked to her mom and a friend and that they recommend that she talk to me. I was confused. More shit about not being unhappy. Anyways, I wanted anything to make her happy, but she told me she didn't think there was anything. It was very emotional as she finally mustered up the courage to say that we might need to get separated. I was floored, and not in an I'm an asshole husband that sits around, drinks beer, and watches football with his buddy way. I love my wife. We have free... Okay, dude. Okay. So the following day, after much reluctance, I get her to agree to try marriage counseling so we can work out our happiness. Dude, I'm not giving you shit that this is... You're pouring your heart out because this shit just happened. I understand. But for the sake of the listeners, I got to fly through this. I get to agree with her. I get her. Okay. So the following day, it's like Lord of the Rings here. After much reluctance, I get her to agree to try marriage counseling so we can work out her unhappiness. I was willing to do anything at this point. I immediately scheduled an appointment with the counselor and was looking forward to having someone neutral for us to talk to. Later that night, we were laying in bed, and I asked her if there was someone else in her life. She said no. Yeah, dude. Oh, Jesus. Here we go. We just went over the waterfall, folks. Or you know what it is? No. In this story, we're hearing the waterfall. And we've just looked at the other person in the raft with a panic look on our face for that split second before we try to desperately but futilely try and paddle the fucking thing over to the goddamn coast. Okay, here we go. We're going over. I got a feeling we're going over. She said no. There's no one else in my life. I asked her if she's ever been unfaithful in our relationship, and she adamantly said no again. Then she turned out the light and laid down to sleep. 5 minutes later, she sat up and turned the light on. Oh, fuck. She told me she just lied to me and said that she had messed around with someone a year into our marriage. And he writes in capital letters, what, period, the, period, fuck, period. I probed her to tell me what messing around was. That's got to at least be a blowjob. How did that happen? Fucking whore. And after a minute of me guessing, her silence told me that she went down on a guy she works with. Oh! Swear to God I hadn't read this. Oh, if I was Verzi right now, dude, what I say? You heard me. What the fucking creep. I was furious and hurt, then furious again. She cried and said she was sorry. We cried together. Dude, you're a bigger man than me. While I tried to wrap my head around how she could possibly have done that to me. I've had casual flirting with people over the years, but to act on something physically with someone other than your spouse is completely disgusting to me. The worst part is I love this woman more than anyone. She's been my, here we go again. She's been my best friend for the last 8 years. She knows everything about me. I want to hate her and make her sleep at her parents' house until we divorce, but all I want to do is, be near her again. Yeah, dude, that's because, she was in the hurry-up offense. That's what happened here. So now you're scampering, trying to figure out what the fuck is going on, and she has the next 3 plays that she just called in the huddle. That's why this is why it sucks to be you right now. One of my close friends tells me what I know is the right thing. He goes, let it go. Don't bother with counseling. What else has she done that you don't know about? How can you never trust her again? Bill, is it possible for me to forgive my wife? Am I wasting my time? Also, I found out who this guy is, and I really wish I hadn't. Yeah, dude. Of course, all I wanted to do was show up at the job and beat the shit out of him like Ed Norton beats the blonde pretty boy up in Fight Club. He writes, I wanted to destroy something beautiful. My other thought is, since this guy also cheated on his girlfriend, who he's still with, he did it with my wife. I threatened to tell his girlfriend what he'd done, but not actually do it. Yeah, you don't want to do that. That way, he'd live in fear of coming home and her knowing everything because I told her, or he would try to beat me to it and admit to it, hopefully ending his relationship and getting terminal cancer and AIDS. Terminal cancer and AIDS. And you know what? You're still being a gentleman. I still think that you're handling this with class, wishing terminal cancer and AIDS on this guy. I know you don't give a shit. Of course I give a shit. But not occupy. But I've got to occupy my mind, so I thought I'd do it here. Yeah, dude, why would you think I don't give a shit? You know, I mean, I'm not a friend of yours, but you know what I mean? Give me a fucking break. This is horrific. All right, your first question. Bill, is it possible for me to forgive my wife? Eventually, you're going to have to. Or you're going to go on a fucking tear. And you're going to meet some really damaged fucking women. And they're going to reinforce everything that you've now found out about your wife. So you can't do that. You're going to go on a fucking hate fuck pussy spree that is, yeah, you don't want to do that. He said, am I wasting my time? Yeah, dude, it's over. She's not happy. She's not good at communicating. She puts a lid on it, you know, until it boils over. This is the deal, dude. You know what? This is going to kill you. All right? Let's go with the positive. You don't have any kids with her. Okay? You can just walk away. Okay? We had a problem. And there was, there's nothing we can do. It's over. He didn't make it. You just fucking walk away. Just walk away. It's over. All right? That's a good thing. All right? The one thing, you've had a bunch of kids with this person who, for whatever reason, couldn't say that they were on. I don't think that she even wanted to fucking marry you. I think she ignores her feelings. She's actually having a fucking breakthrough right now while stomping all over your fucking heart. All right? Well, I don't know. Fuck her. Give me a break, dude. You loved her with all your heart. You say her mother's a sweetheart. You got dogs. You like communicating, dude. You know something? You're like the fucking guy. You're the guy my girl wants me to be. Every fucking woman wants a guy like that. You know, guy who actually wants to be married. Guy who actually comes home and communicates. You know, a guy who gets along with the mom and all that type of shit. You're a family man, all right? Unfortunately, you know, you met the wrong person. So forget that, dude. All right? Forget it. Forget it. Fuck that. Fuck that. It's over. Walk away. Walk away, dude. Give me a fucking break. You know what you're talking about there? You're talking about, like, the amount of fucking shit she has to go through before she even learns how to just communicate her fucking emotions. And the frustration of that's going to mean every once in a while she's going to blow somebody at work. Are you wasting your time? Abso-fucking-lutely. Okay? Abso-fucking-lutely. And as far as, like, going there and trying to fuck over that other guy you don't need to fuck him over. He's fucking himself over. He's living a life of misery. That life is miserable. To fuck around with the person that you're with somebody else, that is a miserable life. You know, I don't know. I think it's something that a lot of guys do, myself included, back in the day, in my 20s, going into 30s, trying to fucking, figure myself out. I lived that life, that whole fucking double. It's horrible. It's a fucking horrible thing. And in the end, I ended up alone, and I hurt a lot of people, and I was a complete piece of shit. So, and believe me, dude, it was miserable. It ended up with me on a fucking futon. So, yeah, dude, you're don't become a piece of shit now. Don't judge other women like that. Just fucking, yeah, get out of it. Get out of it, and just know that it's going to be a fucking, I don't know, it's going to be 100 yards of pain that you never fucking dealt with in your life, and you just got to go through it. And I would say the next time you get with somebody, you're going to get serious with somebody, you make goddamn sure that they know how to fucking communicate. Because that's a scary thing to get with a woman who doesn't know how to communicate. Because that's something that they're supposed to teach us how to do, in a way. They make you better because I can just say, no, I don't feel like doing that without fucking punching the wall. They do that so to settle you down. If you get with some psycho and she can't settle you down, I mean, she's damaged goods, dude. Hey, Bill, I need some advice about what a girl did to me. What this fucking broad did to me over here. This person says, okay, so I started talking to this girl and we hung out. And you know what? We had some fun. She's beautiful. Has a great personality. FYI, what pisses me off is the way she led me on by telling me how lucky she was to have met me and all this other bullshit. So I started to fall for this broad over there. She's the first girl that I ever fell in love with. She's the first girl that I ever felt this way before. Now, was that me or him? She's the first girl that I ever felt this way before. No, that's him. And it's both our first year in college. So out of fucking nowhere, she tells me that she's got a fucking boyfriend, which got me fucking mad. The guy's dropping the F-bomb. I'm believing it here. So my question is, why did she lead me on just to drop me for some other fucker? Is this guy Mexican? For some other fucker? I'm stupid because I still like her. Set me straight, Bill, and tell me what you would do in that situation, and if that ever happened to you before. Thanks. Oh, Jesus, did it ever happen? Oh, absolutely. I've been both of those people. I've been the douche, and I've been you. All right, let's see here. Why did she do that? Because she's young. You're both young. Let her go, man. She could have done. What could have happened to you is so much worse. Okay. She could have. I don't know. You could have married her, had a couple of kids with her, and then you find out that she wants to be with somebody else. That could have happened. You got off easy. You're young. You're in the prime of your fucking life. You know. You're in your first year of college, dude. You're a number 1 draft pick. You got your whole life ahead of you. You know? I mean, like the level of fucking ass that you could be banging right now just out of the sheer potential that your life still has. And what's great about at your age, you don't really have to prove anything. All you have to do is be majoring in something that sounds like there's a bunch of cash at the end of the rainbow. You tell a fucking couple jokes, you're in there. Okay? So whatever. You know, look, here's one way to look at it. You know, let's just say that she isn't just young and immature, because that's what that sounds like. That's best case scenario. She might be an absolute psycho, at which point you totally got off easy because she's out of your life. So what I would do is what I always say. This is what you want to do. Next time you see her, you're going to look great because you're going to go to the gym. You're going to get fucking jacked, all right? You're going to get in the best shape of your fucking life, and you're going to start hitting on ass fucking 2-3 levels above her. And one of them's going to say yes. It's the law of averages. Then someday you'll run into her and be like, would you look at that fucking broken down hunk of shit that I actually was worried about? You know, now look at me. And I'm not saying this new girl isn't going to crush you too. That was bad for me to say that. I'm going to get you to the point where you can't trust people. But, you know, so it's one of the growing pains of finding whoever the fuck you're supposed to be with, I guess. I don't know. I'm sorry she did that to you. It sucks. I have had that happen to me. I was, how can I tell this story without getting anybody in trouble? It was one of my earlier relationships. This woman was a musician. She was a lot older than I was. And she was in a band, and there was another dude in the band who was married to another chick that was in the band. And, you know, she quit her day job and started spending a lot of time over this guy's house writing. I'm doing the air quotes right now. Writing. Working on music. Writing. The dude's wife was getting upset. Was saying, I don't like you spending all this time with this other woman. He said, it's innocent. We're just writing. We're over here writing. And my girl came home to me and said she was upset that this other broad would ever think that, oh, my God, how the fuck, you know, that she would ever do something like that. She's like, I would never do something like that. I love the guy, but as a friend, I'm just over there writing. Long story short, Me and this woman break up. I start a comedy career, and about a year and a half later, I'm doing a show. And who comes up to me at the end of the show? The wife of the guy that my old girlfriend was writing with. And I say, hey, good to see you. She's like, yeah, I can't believe you're doing comedy. That's awesome. I'm like, yeah, it's great to see you and all that type of shit. And I was like, hey, where's so-and-so? And she goes, oh, she's with your ex-girlfriend now. And I was just like, Jesus Christ. And I realized that they probably were not writing when we were dating. And I would love to tell you that I only had one of those stories, but I had a number of those. I had like 3 women that I know of that did that, you know. And then I fucked around too in relationships. So, I mean, what are you going to do? Well, you give some, you take some, what are you going to do? It happens. It happens. People, human beings, they fuck up. They make mistakes, you know. But you got off easy. You got off easy. Jesus Christ. I told you that fucking story, didn't I? I know I told this one before that time. Oh, my God. That was right when I knew I was going to be a comic. I went to one of her shows, and they were in this band. I can't say the name of the band. All right? I'm not trying to get anybody in trouble, but they made these sweatshirts for the band that they were selling after the show, and they were all white. And they said the name of the band in like this Miami Vice pastel. Okay? And it's the early 90s, so the pastel look is fucking at least, I mean, that was mid-80s. This is early 90s. So, they're going to sell these after the show, and the woman I was dating said she wanted me to wear the sweatshirt during their fucking show. And everything in me was screaming, going, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. But for some reason, I was at that age, I was afraid of having a confrontation. And I fucking did it anyways. I sat in the crowd at their fucking show. They had an outdoor show during the day, and I sat there with a sweatshirt on, written in pastel with the name of their band. Ugh. It's unfucking believable. Why didn't I just say, that was so much of my adult life, was learning to just say, no, I don't want to do this. Because I had like more of a, my childhood upbringing was, hey, sit down and shut the fuck up, when that is like the communication that is going on as you're growing up, like you will find yourself sitting at a show wearing a sweatshirt with pastel writing on it. And not knowing that you have all the power to be like, I don't want to do this, and take it off, or just not put it on, But I'm glad I didn't say no, because the only way I knew how to say no then was I really would have hurt her. I couldn't just say, listen, I'm not wearing it. It's too effeminate. Okay, do you have any guy ones? Do you got a black one in there with like it's written in something other than pink and aqua fucking blue? All right. I was kidding. Who? If I really loved her, I wouldn't have had a problem. If I was really comfortable with who I was, I would have cut the sleeves off. I would have tied it off, right? Just fucking skipped right down the aisle, professing my love. But I didn't love her, so I don't give a shit that she banged that guy in the band. Good for her. Good on you, lady from my life, fucking 25 fucking years ago. Oh, Jesus. That was an oh, Jesus one right there. That was another, the zillionth oh, Jesus moment in my life. Oh, let me tell you, I had a rough one out there,
All right. Weed, pussy, or nothing. Jesus Christ. Pushing all the chips in. This is the World Series of Poker. All right. Hey there, Billy Boy. I'm a new listener to your podcast, but a longtime fan of your stand-up. I was wondering if you could help me out with a dilemma I'm facing. So my weed dealer put the moves on me my last time I was at her place. Nothing came of it, but I could tell she was trying to get me to fuck her. Until now, I thought it was weird that she began to sell me pot for practically nothing. Wow. She's cool, and I've hung out with her at her place many times to just smoke weed. Just as well, I'm single, so I have no problem getting some strange pussy that falls into my lap. The problem is that she's a very heavy broad and completely unattractive. Oh, Jesus. But she sells the best weed in the area. Dude, this has all the makings of the great first 10 pages of a script. We've established who the characters are.
Oh,
and now
I'm
we've
sure
got
this story
the problem.
will go super far with this premise.
Oh, God. You know what? You know what I love? You know what I love?
I want to do that. I'm
you know
sorry.
that guys.
I couldn't help it.
You know that guys just want to fuck you. Women know that. You use it to your advantage to get shit. And then when we admit that that's what we want to do, you're like, "Duh, is that what you want to fucking do?"
Oh my God. I really wish someone would tell the story about a guy who's getting thrown pussy left and right and doesn't know what to do with it. And it's like a coming of age. And I'm sure he's also fighting with his friends a little bit about like, what dorm we're going to stay in college.
Yeah, this is hilarious. He's got this heavy broad that he's not attracted to, who's this fucking weed dealer.
Yeah.
She's got the best weed.
Yeah.
He knows she wants to fuck him.
What was the rest of the story? Does he want?
Yeah, this is a fucking. Come on, Seth Rogen would crush this. Oh, you are in it. You know what? You're hungry. You're like him in that Snickers commercial. I don't even know who you are right now.
Seth Rogen would write a phenomenal transcendent script that Jonah Hill would act out, and it would just be like, wow, is this what it's like?
What is wrong with you? I like all of those people, and I like those movies. You don't like Hot Tub Time Machine?
What is it like to be chubby and awkward and not know what to do with your life?
Oh, why are you being a jerk?
I don't know.
You're being a jerk.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're hungry.
I'm being a little bit of a jerk.
Apologize to Seth Rogen.
I'm also
Jonah Hill.
I'm a little whatever.
Okay. Yeah, you are. You're a little out of sorts here.
Okay.
All right, you're burning bridges in this town, sweetie. Let me tell you something. Those bridges don't come back.
What's the rest of the story? So
but she sells the best weed in the area. I don't want to not fuck her and then have her cut me off. But at the same time, I feel that if I do fuck her, then I'm no better than an addicted crack whore doing a line off some fat guy's dick.
Maybe.
So guess what? When it comes down to it, do I fuck my ugly drug dealer for good cheap weed?
Oh my God!
Or do I just find a new dealer with super herb and pay more money? Thanks. Hope all is well with you, ginger fuck. Because you ginger fuck.
Have you ever heard the expression "don't shit where you eat"?
Yeah.
Don't fuck your weed dealer.
Yeah. Don't fuck her.
This is a business relationship. Keep it business.
Should he lie and start talking about how he has a girlfriend?
No, just buy weed from her and just let it be business.
Yeah, stop smoking with her.
And also, I mean, maybe she's desperate for your cock, but maybe you're reading into it. She might be trying to fuck you and the next dude.
She's
a drug dealer.
So
she's a drug dealer. She's hustling. She's hustling for customers. She's hustling for dick. Don't get excited. You're not the only one, bruh.
So you think, yeah, but she's giving it away for next to nothing. If she does that, she's not going to make any money.
True. She's making it in other ways. I don't know. I feel like just don't fuck your weed dealer. That just sounds like a disaster written all over it. Or get yourself a really good connect now, have that in your back pocket. So if you do decide to, the only reason why you would fuck your weed dealer is if you actually want to fuck her, not because you're so desperate for the best weed ever. Have you really had the best weed in your entire city? Probably not. So calm down.
He's got a dealer.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you're kind of into the habit. You're not just going, hey, can I get a hit off that? When you fucking go in there week after week to the point that your
weed dealers are a dime a dozen, though. It's not like it's a specialty.
But I'm just saying, this fucking chick he's buying so much weed off him, she's developing feelings for him.
She's not. He might be cute.
Jesus.
And she might have a little crush, but it's not that my point is it's not that serious. Don't fuck your weed dealer unless you want to have a problem with your weed dealer, and you don't want to have a problem with a drug dealer. Trust me.
Weed dealer wants to fuck one of her customers.
Of course, I completely believe it. I'm just saying, just don't go there. It's not worth it. That's my bottom line.
She's usually not this grumpy, you guys.
I'm
All right.
not grumpy.
Dearest Billiam, my college roommate has been dating his fiancée for 2 years. He's a really nice guy, so he tends to get walked all over. Jesus Christ. I have to read that again because there's so much. That right there is something that every guy needs to hear. He's a really nice guy, so he tends to get walked all over. I'm not saying you have to be a dick. All right, but you got to stick up for yourself. Okay, here we go. Even before they got engaged, I had heard rumors about his girlfriend being a bit of a hooah. As his friend and her pretend friend, I attempt to give her the benefit of the doubt and ignore the accusations, as did my roommate, who had also heard the rumors. Unless she was drunk and got out of control and belittling him, we didn't mind her too much, aside for her trying too hard to be one of the guys. Okay. Recently, now this one I'm fucking up reading because he's naming all names. Recently, Ebenezer called to me and said that Tabitha had kissed a guy at a bar. And that, recently the fucking potential groom called up to say that his fiancée, Hua, had kissed a guy at a bar and that they were postponing their wedding and starting fresh. I was depressed to hear that he wasn't dumping this bitch, but whatever, not my choice. At least he knew about it. So after starting fresh for what seemed to be the 5th time, it appeared that they were working it out. Of course, this is when things go completely off the rails with one phone call. Another friend, who knew nothing about the cheating kiss that happened a few weeks ago, tells me that a friend of his from college was told by his whore fiancée that she would break off the engagement if he gave her a chance. Just fucking yesterday. What? Well, why can't she just open up her mouth and break it off? Anyways, the source seems reliable, but it's still just hearsay. All of his friends now know, but somehow the potential groom doesn't. There is no easy way to bring this up to him, so I'm up to hear any advice. Thanks for the podcast and the podcast select. Hope you see you perform again soon. Oh, fuck. All right, you got to make a call here. You gotta decide whether or not you're prepared to put your friendship on the table, because why don't you want to tell him this shit? Basically, because you're worried that he's not going to believe you. He's going to flip the fuck out. And then he's going to go ahead and marry this whore anyways. And the two of you aren't going to be friends. I got to tell you this, dude. It's going to make you sick to your fucking stomach to watch this guy go through this shit. Let's say you keep your mouth shut and you stay friends with him. Then you're going to sit there and you're going to watch this girl fuck around on him. You know? I don't know why guys choose to do this. Women don't. If women see a dude fucking around, they go right to their girlfriend. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Hey, fucking, I saw him, blah, 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 blah. And they hug, and they say, I'm sorry, I'll be there for you. You can do better. And they try and fucking, for some reason, guys, we can't do that. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because it's an ego thing. You can't handle that your girl's been fucking around. But, dude, you got to tell this guy. You got to tell this guy, fuck this girl. Don't let another fucking whore go out there and take some guy for all he's worth, because this bitch is going to get knocked up, and this guy's going to be into her for 18 fucking years financially. Okay? And just like that other guy said, where is the goddamn justice? All right? What you need, sir, is a clear conscience. You have to say something. All right? And just tell him. Just tell him. Say, look, you're going to hate me for telling you this, but as a friend, I have to tell you this. I can't sit back and hold on to this information. I got to tell you, and I support whatever decision you want to make. And all you got to do is just tell him the facts without calling his fiancée a whore. Don't say that. Just say what you know, and then that's it. And tell him, dude, I really think you need to dump this girl. You can do way better. And that's it. If he gets fucking mad at you, he gets mad at you. And if he cuts you out, he cuts you out. But you will not have You won't have a guilty conscience. It won't be weighing on you. I'm telling you. And I don't know. Some other people say, mind your own fucking business when it comes to this stuff. I don't. You get in there and tell them. If one of your buddies is going to marry a whore, you got to tell him. You got to tell him. I saw that happen to a guy I know. I saw it fucking happen. It was it was horrible. It was horrible, and I was younger, and I didn't fucking say anything, and then the whole fucking thing unraveled about 15 years later. It was just awful. Fucking wasted a decade and a half of his goddamn life. Looking back, should have said something, but did not. Did not. So, I'm telling you to do what I didn't do. So, if you don't, I can't judge you because I didn't do it either. Oh, Jesus. Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's the Monday Morning Podcast for Monday, October 3rd, 2011. How are ya? How's it going? You hear that echo? Echo! Yo! Woo! I'm in a new place. I moved. No more angry old guy beneath me. I'm in a new place, and it's sparsely furnished. I'm sitting in an old chair, so it's going to be creaking a little bit during the podcast. I actually got out of it because I just realized that sonically that could be a little annoying. Yeah, moved to a new place. Little bigger, little better, right? The American dream still existing. Instead of taking giant leaps, you take little steps, little baby steps. Ooh, look at that. The kitchen's it's about 6 inches bigger. No, I'm psyched. First time in my fucking life I don't have some cunt living below me or above me. So you know what that means. All I got to do is piss off my neighbors, and I think I'll be all right. No, we got a nice place, so we're psyched. My girl's happy, which is a great thing. As a guy, that's a great thing. You get something new and shiny, and then they're happy, and then your life is great. That's all you want. You just want them to be happy. Maybe if they're happy, they'll stop fucking bitching at me. Stop going, maybe that'll stop. But you know how broads are. You know how they are. No matter how cool they are, how fucking hot they are, eventually they find something. And you're sitting there and you're listening to them talking and you're nodding. You're nodding your head. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll work on that. Yeah, definitely, I'll work on that. And in your head, you're just sitting there going like, really? Really? It's fucking unreal. I swear to God. I swear to fucking God. I was talking to Paul Verzi about this the other day. We were on the phone joking about this shit. Going, I bet Donald fucking Trump gets nagged. Sitting there looking out the fucking helicopter window that has his goddamn name on it, right? And his fucking wife is probably sitting next to him. If he's even married, whatever, his fucking girlfriend. He likes those Transylvania hotties. That Olga kind of chicks, whatever. He's just staring out the window of his fucking chopper, right? Just fucking sitting there, shaking his head. Whole head moving, toupee sitting still, right on top of his head on a swivel, right? And she's just fucking sitting there nagging him. I just thought you could have been a little more social. It's like I was having, those are my friends, okay? Those are my friends. Those people are important to me. The same way you are, okay? You have to accept all of me. Donald, stop looking at your skyscrapers. I'm talking to you here. This is us, okay? I understand. Ooh, you're the Don. You have a hit show, okay? This is us, okay? This is your foundation. Well, I don't feel like you're listening to me because I'm staring at the back of your orange hair, okay? Okay, I'm sorry. I know hair is sensitive to you. It's just I'm emotional right now, and I felt that when I was going to invite my friends over, and you, right? And then they go into that shit, right? Now, here's a little quiz for you, fellas. Why did that fictitious bitch start crying in that fictitious monologue. Why did she cry? I'll give you a couple seconds to come up with it. Was it because she was really sad? I feel like I'm giving a lecture right now. This is really sending my ego through the fucking roof. Why did she cry? Was it because she felt like he didn't love her? Was it because she was truly upset that he wasn't nice to her friends? Or was it because she took the argument to a place where she knew she was wrong by bringing up his fucked up hair? That's what it was. So then she just, oh my God, I'm going to start losing this. So then they immediately go to the tears. That's what they do. They're terrible, awful, living things with a vagina. No, I'm kidding. Anyways, but I'm not kidding about why she cried. All right, so there it is. So that's what you have to do as a guy. You have to assess, why is she crying? Am I being a dick? If you're being a dick and she starts crying, that's when you go in and you hold him and you tell him you're sorry. All right, and say, please don't cry. But if it's got nothing to do with fucking anything, it's just a manipulative technique to make you feel like you're the Hulk, you know, when you're screaming in their face. All right? So you don't always have to go in for the hug. You don't always have to do it. Just stand back and assess the situation. Like one of them fucking coordinators on the sidelines. Wife is getting heavy. Oh, Jesus. Dear Bildo. I didn't get that at first. Shit, I didn't get that. That's fucking hilarious. I read it and it didn't make sense till it came out of my mouth. I saw doe, D-O-E, like doe, with deer. I was like, what is he calling me, a fucking Bambi or something? I didn't get it. Oh my God, that's fucking funny. Love the podcast. You stand up. You're the best guest on Rogan, yada, yada. All right. I'm a 26-year-old feller from Maine. Due to tie the knot in October with my lady of 7 years, and we have a great relationship and are very happy. Well, congratulations, sir. You've hit the lottery. You're living in God's country. You know, you got yourself a great woman. You got a great start here. Where is the left turn coming, everybody? Let's continue reading. She's smart and didn't take shit from no one. She has stuck with me, supported me through my Oxycontin addiction, of course. Fucking Maine. You know what? I had a small part in a movie. I was going to do something called Blue Potato last September, and the dates didn't end up working out, and it was all about the Oxy problem up there in Maine. So look for that movie because the fucking script was great. There you go. There's a little inside Hollywood shit. All right, here we go. She helped me get throughout when my mom died. All right, this guy did some Oxy. And when he was doing the Oxy, he did not take a spelling class. All right, let's back up here. Helped me get through when my mom died. She has stuck with me and helped me raise and support my niece from the time she was born till present. Oh, yeah, this girl's a champ. My niece is now almost 4. And now helping me support... You're jumping back and forth here, sir. So now this wonderful woman, I'm going to help you out here, is now helping me support my father, who can't work due to him dying with multiple melanoma marrow cancer. Bone marrow cancer. Jesus Christ. Not melanoma. Myeloma? Bone cancer? I don't know how to read that word, sir. Oh, Jesus. Bill, just get to the end of this fucking thing so we can all stop staring awkwardly down at our pen and pencil set. Okay, guys, here we go. All of this while holding a full-time job and going to college to be a psychological nurse. Psychological nurse, okay. Bill, she is an angel, and I don't know what I would do without her, but I have one little problem. Over the last few years, she's been putting on the pounds. She loves to eat. Dude, I read in the beginning of this, wife is getting heavy, and I'm like, where's the left turn? I have the memory of a fucking ant. Jesus Christ, Bill. Stop talking on the cell phone. Anyways, she's been putting on the pounds. She loves to eat. I guess she stresses out with everything, but she's gained a lot of weight in the last 3 years. I'm talking at least 80 pounds. No, you can't have that. Can't have that. 80 pounds, I mean, she's almost morbidly obese. 100 pounds is like morbidly obese. 30 pounds is obese. So she's going to fucking die. Anyways, he got to the point where she almost weighed more than me, and I'm not a small guy, 6 feet, 240, but in shape for the most part. I've got at least 5 inches height on her and only weigh 10 to 15 pounds more than her. It's not making me not want to tie the knot with her, but if we're going to do it for the long haul, I don't want her to have a heart attack at the age of 40. How do I bring this up? Because as all men know, you don't bring up a woman's weight. Help me, dollar bills. All right, I'll tell you. This is how you do it. You need to lose some weight, right? All right? How do you do this? What you got to do is you bring her in the fold by talking about your own shortcomings with you know, whatever weight problem you have. Because what are you? You're 6 feet, 240. You know? Dude, you could stand to lose a good 25, 30 yourself, you know? Get down to that 215, 210. You know, you guys are getting married. Just say, you know what? Let's fucking, watch one of those late night things. And just get her into it. You know what? This is what you do first. I got it. This is what I would do with her. You're living up there in Maine. It's absolutely gorgeous. Just say you want to take her on a picnic. She likes food. All right, but what you don't say is there's going to be a mile-long hike. And when she opens the picnic basket, you got Brussels sprouts in there, right? No, you can't do it like that. But I would start enjoying the outdoors more. And I would get into some activities. And what I would do is just slowly, if you guys are living together, just start introducing healthier fucking foods into the fridge and the cabinets and tossing other shit. And just see how that works. And if she calls you on it, you just got to come clean. Just say, honey, I love you to death. You're the woman of my dreams. I want to marry you. And the last thing I ever want to do is hurt you. And I just don't know how to bring up that I'm concerned that I'm going to lose you. And she'll be like, what are you talking about? And if you just bring it up with the fact that you're concerned that you're going to lose her someday, and you bring it into the weight thing, and then when she cries or whatever, blah, blah, hold her, tell her you love her, and just say, listen, I got to lose some weight too. You helped me through the oxy thing, all right? To the point I'm kind of paunchy right now. Let's get our weight down for these kids we don't have yet. You know? Just do that. Try that. I'll see how that fucking works. And if it blows up in your face, I apologize. But I got to tell you that hiking thing's a little sneaky. You know? Start going for walks. If you hold their hand, they don't notice that they're hiking. You know? That's what you do. Hold her hand, hold her hand, and then have a guitar that a fucking acoustic guitar. You got it thrown around your back like you're going to serenade her. It should just be so blown away she won't notice that you walked 3 miles up a mountain. You know? And then when you get up there, you sing that, the bear went over the mountain, and all that he could see. Advice for the week. Number 1, Bill, my wife and I are both workout people. Triathlons, half marathons, etc. You guys are going to get his and her hip replacements in your fucking early 60s. Last year, we started attending a class. Oh, dude, this is fucked up. I remember this one. Last year, we started attending a class to help with this. Or working out. And the instructor seemed like a good shit. We got along great, and he works for the same company we do. This is a huge company in, I'm not going to say where. So it's not like he sits next to me or something. Anyway, we really enjoyed this guy's class, and he would email all the people that took the class regularly, telling them what they needed for that day's class: weights, a mat, jump rope, etc. It's P90X oriented. So since we were both on the mailing list, we knew his email address. I started to see things happening. My wife was emailing him a lot. He was emailing her a lot. It was a conversation between them via work email, which is okay, I guess. But then they started texting each other. Oh, Jesus. And it was frequent. I'd come downstairs and hear her phone snap shut, and I'd say, who are you talking to? she would always say, "No one," or "just checking my messages," etc. Being that I'm a system engineer in technology, I called bullshit and proceeded to capture her passwords on the laptop downstairs. Jesus Christ. He goes, "I know, but I wanted to see what was up." So I got her password, logged into her phone account online, and lo and behold, she was texting this guy back and forth. First of all, dude, how did you capture her password? This is why I don't bank online. I don't do any of that shit. It's a secure site. No, it isn't. Anyways, so he finds out that she's texting this dude. Both of them are texting back and forth. And he says, "I'm not just saying during the day a few times. I'm saying throughout the day and up until 11 p.m. at night. Even after midnight and while I'm lying in bed next to her. She would always get pissed if I said anything about who the fuck are you talking to at 11 p.m. We became mutual friends with this person from the start, and I asked some girls I knew and some guys that both knew him, and they both said, "Yeah, you need to address it." So I called the dude one night and pretty much said, "Stop fucking texting my wife at night. Or you and I are going to have a problem." And he immediately shut it down. This guy's 5'7", 150 pounds, and not some stud or anything. I'm 6'1", 200 pounds, and could easily stomp his ass out. Let's see. He's an endurance runner, not some super jack guy. He immediately stopped, and every time I saw him in the locker room or the gym, he was very cautious around me and way too nice, almost like it was his way of saying sorry. Oof. Everything stopped after that. My question is, was I right doing this? Addressing it with him. Basically, texting has blurred the lines between what's okay and what's not. Guys and girls always say, "Oh, it was just a text, but no big deal." But I think that's horseshit. It's the same as a phone call to me. So if you want to call my wife while I'm in bed with her, go for it. But they won't. Texting is a bitch move, which is why so many people get busted doing it. If they want to email each other at work and discuss workout routines, I get it. But having that instant connection through your phone, no matter where they are, is a little odd, especially while I'm in bed right next to her. Am I wrong for putting this bitch in line and telling him to stop it? Yeah, dude. You know what? The only reason why you're asking me if you're wrong is because you busted your fucking wife, and right now she's mind-fucking you, manipulating you, trying to get you. She's basically almost done it. Almost flipped it around. You're actually questioning, am I fucking wrong for fucking catching my wife texting with this other guy at 11 o'clock at night? There's only one reason you text somebody at 11 o'clock at night. Two reasons. Either you ran out of gas or you're trying to fuck him. That's the only two reasons people text at that fucking hour of the night. He's trying to fuck your wife. All right? And I don't know what's up with your wife. Okay? Because you're going, who are you texting? Oh, nobody. Right there, the fact that she goes, oh, nobody, and slams the fucking phone shut. Right there, she knows she's doing something that ain't fucking cool. Now, this is a very fucking touchy subject, all right? Because this involves the woman cheating. And guys solve problems with violence. So I'm not trying to fucking egg you on here, sir, but you definitely did the right thing. And that's really a what the fuck situation that you're in. That ain't fucking cool, all right? I'm going to step outside of your situation now, sir, all right? Other than say that you 100% did the right thing, and do not let her fucking worm her way out of it. All right? Personally speaking now. Now I'm talking about me. I'm stepping away from this story. If I caught my girl doing it, that's a fucking wrap. It's over. The relationship is fucking over. Go fuck yourself. All right? It's over. It's over. I know where the fuck this is going. I know where the hell this is leading. What the fuck are you texting this guy for at 11 o'clock at night? You want to suck his dick? Why? What is he telling you how to do the perfect jumping jack at 11:30 at night? He couldn't tell you that at 4? He has to email you, text you fucking 9,000 times during the course of the day to tell you how to do a fucking push-up? Give me a fucking break. You're flirting with this guy. You want to fuck him. So, relationship is over. Happy fucking.
Bum-ba-dee-da, 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 right? Happy trails to you. Get the fuck out of here. It's over. That's how you got to handle that thing. The same way fucking Kobe's wife when she busted him cheating. Rather than taking that big Tweety Bird diamond that she got from him, right there, the relationship, it's fucking over. It's fucking over. Trust is gone. It's fucking over. But he's worth hundreds of millions of dollars, which for some reason she's entitled to half of it. So she stuck around. She stuck around. Put in her 10 years. Now he has to pay for her fucking life. For the rest of her life, he has to fucking support her like she's a goddamn child, and it's legal. Somebody please justify that. I'll never get over it, people. I'll keep going back to it till one of you motherfuckers can morally justify the reasoning behind that fucking law. Please stop wasting my time by telling me what the law is and speculating, well, if the tables were flipped, Kobe would have done it. I'm not saying who would have done what. I'm saying morally. Tell me the reasoning behind that fucking law. Okay? The only thing I can think of is that back in the day, guys would start families and then jump on the horse and say, I'm fucking out of here, and they just left. And then you had this poor woman with 4 kids, and they were in poverty. I get that. You want to fucking avoid that, okay? If that's what if you're going to try and justify it that way, I get it. But what I would like to introduce is a new modification of that law where there's some sort of salary cap. Okay? I don't think just because you married somebody who's rich, man or woman, that gives you the fucking right to sit on your goddamn ass for the rest of your fucking life and get arrogant license plates saying his money, her money. I didn't pay for it. Ha, ha, ha. I mean, right there, you wonder why people get killed. That's the kind of shit right there. That's 2 minutes for instigating right there if he comes over and fucking slaps the goddamn spit out of your mouth. Why did you do it? Look at her license plate, Your Honor. Yeah, you know what? That makes sense. The fuck is wrong with you? What do you have that license plate for? That's not how it works. I don't care that she's being a cunt. That's no excuse for treating her like one.
Sexting,
all right. This isn't really, well, this is about this guy. He remember I told you that story about that dude. He worked for some corporation, Sea Cubicles, all right? And I'm sure he's on some sort of team.
Right.
And everybody has to do some sort of song before they go in there, like those poor kids who work
morale building exercises.
Yeah, like those people who work at the Cold Stone Creamery. You ever see them with making like the goddamn ice cream going hi ho, hi ho.
Yeah.
It's off to work. I just that like a part of me dies when I see that. When I just see people like it's like basically watching someone work in like an ice cream death camp when I'm in there. None of them are happy. None of them dreamed of doing that.
Ice cream death camp.
Maybe if you're like a fatty. You know, when you got a job at an ice cream store, kind of like a pedophile getting a job at like a Cub Scout camp.
Wow.
You know? Isn't that where they always end up? I love working with kids.
Oh, God.
You know? I said that last week. Follow your dreams unless you're a pedophile.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So then using that, I shouldn't say that I have a problem with fatties working in the ice cream store. Let's get to this shit. So anyways, so they're going to get everybody in shape. So they hire some sort of personal trainer, and he's training everybody. All right? And what he does is he gets everybody's emails.
Right.
Great move on this guy's part. Fucking great move. Now he doesn't have to deal with them face to face. And if there's any fucking hotties he wants to bang, he can take it to the next level.
Sure.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Okay.
Shooting fish in a fucking barrel. Or fishing barrel in a shooting gallery. So, anyways, so all of a sudden this guy notices that, you know, he gets one text going, hey, Brad, you know, just do a couple more jumping jacks and you should be fine. But for some reason, his little hottie wife has to get like 40 fucking texts from this guy at like 11:30 at night.
I do remember this.
Yeah.
So he and his wife work at the same place, obviously.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Work at the same place, right? So he fucking, he finds out about, he keeps asking his wife.
I remember this. Okay.
All right, well, I'm going to recap for people who didn't listen last week, all right? So he keeps catching his wife late at night texting, going, and he goes, who are you texting? And she would immediately slam the phone shut because she's got a flip phone, evidently, and would say, nobody, either would say nobody or would get mad and say nobody.
Right.
So this guy's not a moron. He figures out something's up.
Sure.
He's into some sort of fucking Spygate shit where he's at. He hacks into her thing, gets her password, and sees that all these text messages back and forth to the trainer. So what does he do? He's a goddamn man. Does he slap his fucking wife around? No. He goes right to the trainer and says, "Hey,"
slaps him around
and says, "Hey, sport." No, because you get sued. You get sued for that now. You get sued for kicking somebody's ass when you're right.
Yeah.
He goes, "Hey, sport, why don't you do me a favor and stop texting my fucking wife in all hours of the night?" So then Sporto there immediately starts acting like a bitch around him, starts acting overly nice, like, what all guilty people do.
Right,
If he was
yeah.
innocent, he would have got mad.
Sure.
Be like, "Dude, what the fuck are you talking about? I always text people about how to make their core stronger at 2 a.m. I'm dedicated. Maybe you should be inspired by what I'm doing. I specifically am interested in women having a strong core because they're so beaten down in society." He would have come back with some shit like that, but he didn't. Now he's all like, "Hey, man, how are you?" With this
Right.
whole, "Please don't beat the shit out of me
Right.
and expose me for being the dirtbag I am so I lose this giant money-making client here," right? Yeah. So anyways, she denies the whole fucking thing. So he sent a couple of texts that this girl wrote. They were talking about the Beatles, and he writes, "All those damn Beatles songs make my stomach hurt when I listen to them because it reminds me of getting ready to go see you. They give me anxiety." This is what the trainer is writing to this guy's wife. Now, what sort of exercise are they talking about there? Is that what is that? Is that push-ups? So then she writes back, "All the lonely people, where do they all belong?"
Oh, God.
Right? And then he said, "I remember you asking me if I related that song to you because I thought you were lonely." He's talking about her fucking marriage.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy. This guy's a dirtbag.
It's the classic.
I love him.
I
love him.
It's the classic. He listens to me.
Yeah. Oh, this guy, he's just
He
saying
listens
everything.
to me. We talk about music,
Yeah.
my feelings.
Oh, yeah.
My husband doesn't do that.
Right. And what it
He
is
ignores
his
me.
dick is downloading all the knowledge in this guy's brain that he has about human beings, and he's just giving her, and the dick is just is basically sitting in the Captain Kirk chair. He's just fucking anything she wants to hear. So anyways,
Sure.
then he write another one. He said, "I know, fuck my life. I wear my fuck my life to sleep, and I have a confession to make. I also wear your panties." She goes, "LOL, shut up." He writes, "It's true." So, I don't know what kind of fucking shit this guy's into, but the real question is not whether or not that's socially acceptable. The real question is, how did he get this married woman's panties? He at least finger blasted her. Would you go with me on that?
Maybe he's just saying that to be just like controversial. Or
That's what I
something.
thought.
Like
But
to
she
be-
goes, "LOL, shut up." He goes, "It's true."
Yeah, but he just still may be joking.
Were you talking to
around.
the mic?
Oh, he may just still be joking around. But if he
It's
is wearing,
true.
but if he is, she gave it to him. How else would he have him? And they're
I know.
talking about
All
the
right.
Beatles and
Whatever.
shit. She
Whatever.
gave it to him. If it's
Okay.
true.
Okay, so that's basically what I'm saying. So
Okay.
he's got her fucking panties. They're both adults. I'm guessing by this she's like in her 30s. What is he doing? Fingering her and taking her out for a malt? He's banging her. He fucking banged her. This fucking piece of shit. Who'd be a great movie kid. This is a great character for a fucking movie. So anyways, he said, and that's what he said. His wife, she's still denying this whole conversation ever happened. She's just in complete, obviously, denial. She's in denial. He said, "I'm dumping her, not for the reminiscing talk, but for but for lying to me."
He's not interested in trying to.
Please say that, Nia, and I swear to God, I'm going to throw my computer at you. I will throw this fucking computer at you. Are you fucking... He's not interested in what?
I don't know. Working it out. Don't throw it at me.
No. Go ahead. I'm just going to leave you in dead silence. Go ahead. Tell me.
No. I don't know. No, he's well within his right. I was just posing a question. That's all.
Well within his right.
I don't understand why it doesn't just fess up then.
All right,
Like, if she
that's a
wants
whole
to be
nother
with this other
topic.
guy.
That's a whole nother topic. I mean,
I just feel like no. You know what it is?
the
I feel
move
like
here?
something's. I just
What is
feel
the
like,
move here?
I feel like
other
a
than
part of the
walking
story
away?
is missing. No, I feel like part of the story is missing or something.
What, the video of them fucking? Is that what's missing? What else is
I
missing?
guess if he's like, hey,
Nia, if you start blaming him for not paying attention and that's why she's
I'm
fucking
not.
this
No,
guy,
no,
I will
no,
fucking throw you out of this room. All right.
No, I'm not. Calm down. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just saying. So he says to her, "Are you cheating on? Are you fucking this guy?" And she's like, "No, shut up. What are you talking about?" Like, and she just flat out deny. I don't understand how she can flat out deny something as hardcore.
Because she's a piece of shit.
That's why I'm saying.
Because she's a lying piece
what is
of
going
shit.
on?
Nia.
Yeah, but if you have something and you're like looking at it, like this is what you wrote, how are you denying it?
Because that's what denial is. You're totally in denial. I don't have a drinking problem. Is you fucking drinking NyQuil? I think it tastes good. I don't have a problem.
Right. Yeah.
I
guess
like
so.
sleeping. You know?
Yeah.
You know what it is? I'm just making sure you keep speaking to the mic. This is what you keep doing. I want people to hear what you have to say.
Oh, okay. All right.
But this is good shit.
And I'm ruining it?
No, you're saying it off mic. Good fucking Lord. You know what kills me? Is you was still, like, it's just, I don't know. I'm gonna piss you off right now. You ladies will defend, because you guys defend each other, like right there.
I'm not defending
if a guy
her.
did that.
I'm not defending her.
Well, can I get out what I'm going to say? If a guy did that shit, you'd be like, dump his ass. Girl, he's a fucking loser. You can do better than that. Call me. We'll eat a little moon pie. I'll build you up. That's what the fuck you would have done. But because, I just feel like some part of the story is missing. Like, what is missing?
I guess nothing.
Thank you, Nia. Thank you for being on the podcast.
Yeah. Is that what you wanted?
Yeah,
You just wanted me to come on and agree with you?
A good fucking 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Not agree with me. Agree with the decision this guy made. This isn't about me, Nia. Please. Okay? I'm just a messenger here.
Sure.
You know? I'm just trying to do
It
what's
sucks
right
for
out
that guy
here.
Because it's very clear what's happening, and you got someone who's just like, I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, here's the deal. Man or woman, if the person you're with is texting past, I would even, for regular people who aren't in show business.
The booty hour starts after 11, I would say.
After 11?
Yeah.
Okay, but that's with somebody you're already fucking. Okay? I know you don't understand it because you don't have to talk yourself into it. Guys, we have to spin the plates from the second we meet her all the way through. So you got to be setting it up.
Okay, I've always
7:30 is too creepy and stalkerish. And I would say you start going past 9:30, she's gonna feel like she's some sort of tramp. If you haven't fucked her yet, right? So you got there's that window. About 8:15 to about 9:07. You have to do the setup text, okay? And the setup text is not talking about pussy. It's I'm watching blah 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 on TV. So and so is so ridiculous. Some sort of fucking just to get it going. You know what I mean?
Right. Something that seems very benign.
Yeah, like a boxer. You feel him out in the first round.
Or the Beatles.
Yeah, you don't load it up, right? You're feeling it out. Yeah, that's what they're doing.
Right.
This fucking guy.
This
guy. You know something? As much of a piece of shit as that guy is, if he writes a book, I would read it in a second.
Why?
Because he's got great. I mean, the position he has. That's like when I used to take that yoga class when I was out here. And there was that guy out in Santa Monica, and he was a phenomenal fucking teacher.
Right.
And this place was jam-packed, and it was by donation only. So then for tax purposes, I think he falls under a church. I know it helped him with taxes, and it's all in cash. So it's all good. All right? And then the hottest fucking women, some of the hottest women ever move out to L.A. to become actresses. Okay?
Yeah.
He's got him in his class, getting them all stretched out before he bangs them. It was one of the greatest. It was fucking airtight.
Yeah.
And he would go around the class, and somehow me, having never touched my toes since I was in the womb, was somehow always doing every position correctly, yet all these other hotties always needed to be adjusted.
Yeah.
Right around the psoas. So I don't get mad at a guy who's got a good thing, but you stay away from the fucking married ladies.
Yes. Absolutely.